Okay, I'm here with Alex, and we're visiting two studios here, Alex, aren't we?
Yes, Doug Birdnow and Karen Birdnow. So Doug's got the new QCB, which you know was selling hotcakes, and Karen had the QC6, which is a bit of a flash studio. So this is our...
So it's his and hers.
Yeah, and they both,
again.
Obviously that worked for Karen. So Doug did say he was always going to have another studio, and when the QCB came out, obviously it sits well in the budget more than the QC6, and the QC6 has got so many more advantages over the QCB. But it's just the look we were going to show you today.
What, compare the QCB with the QC6?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the QC6 from there, the video's picking up.
Yeah, as you can see it.
So, significantly, the corners are different. On the QC6, the corners are bigger and they go down to a feet, so that it looks more substantial. So,
yeah, but not on this one. This is the QCB, isn't
it? So this corner is different to the QC6.
And why is it different? Why is that one chunkier?
That building is a bigger building, so we put in this corner a big foot that we compact down, and that foot's 450 by 450. And because it is so big, to make it architecturally pretty, as it were, this corner comes up from it. So if you're on really sloped ground, it will look like you've got nice big legs supporting the building.
Right.
Where on this building, because we go smaller, we've set the foot inside a little bit, so this foot doesn't go down to the ground and it stops 6 inches above. So the whole building looks like it's floating. But on a big piece of sloped ground, it wouldn't look as good as the QC6, because the QC6 looks like it's standing there like a Californian architecture building.
Isn't there also content in the pillars of the QC6?
Yes, the downpipes all come down through the QC6. We're on this studio, the downpipe is at the back. It's just a standard gutter system.
And isn't there access to the conduits?
Yes, this doesn't come off. This is built. Well, it would come off, but you'd have to remove part of the roof. You'd have to remove these flashings.
Right.
The corner on a QC6 is detachable, and the inside there is 3 conduits, so you can run your Ethernet, internet, electrics, and light and cable all through. So if you want to add some electrics at a later date, it's very simple on the QC6 to remove the corner and get into that conduit.
Right.
So that's a big change on this. So this is a similar version.
Right.
Okay, and then the next difference
visually is this.
Is the fascia.
Right. So that's narrow. Well, not narrow. It doesn't jut out at all.
No, and
it's
just a capping on here. We're on the QC6 again because of the downpipe system. Because the downpipes come down on all 4 corners, so the water's dispersed easier. On this studio, the roof slopes. On that studio, the roof's flat, because, as you can see, that studio's got a flyover. So if we were putting a slope on that, the slope, by the time it would come off that building,
would end up over 2.5 metres.
Over 2.5 metres. Hence, we don't do a flyover on the QCB, because although it's 2.5, I can reach 2.4. You can see that's just over 2.4. It would come over. It would be over the roof over the height that you're allowed to have for that one, because it is flat. But we accommodate that with our downpipe system, which accommodates that with our corners, which we don't have on here. And because of that reason, this would stick out to accommodate all them different things. Although it looks aesthetic, it is all functional.
Right.
So by having the gutter on the back of here, it only being 2.4 with the slope, you get a nice height inside. But if it was to project further, it would project over the committed development.
Right, so there's no flyover roof with the QCB?
No flyover roof with the QCB.
It's not possible?
No. So that's, and then on this we don't put a top flashing on. As you can see there's a grey flashing on top of the roof.
Okay, yeah. So it's just, it's plain. Right, I see. So that's a flashing, is it? Right.
Yeah, so this system is a lot plain. Well, a lot of the other stuff is very similar. The windows are pretty similar.
They're identical, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean the flooring is simpler because we're only going 2.4, so we've not got lots of feet and purlins in the middle. But this one, the structure of the floor is a lot stronger, and strength is added so that it meets building regulations with all the steel on the side of the.
Right. So are there any other visual differences then?
Mainly the corners and the flashings and the fascia. That's your main. If you come around here, there's an aircon down there. Wall system is similar, although this is wider. The QC6, everything's built in 910 modules.
Right.
On the QCB, this is a 1220 module. So we've maximised this bit of steel.
Right.
So
Right.
So that's larger.
So visual. That's most of the visual things, but it's still completely zero maintenance.
Completely zero maintenance. Yeah. I mean, if you look at Doug's, I mean, I think I love coming back to Gardens and seeing the quality of the finish on that, because that's a year and a half old.
Yeah. It's 18 months. Yeah.
And it doesn't look any different to this one, which is about a month old.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worthwhile mentioning, but I had extra plugs put in this one.
Yes.
You pick that up, yeah?